My name is Samba Nixon Otieno. I am the chairman of the City of Kisumu Urban Areas Association, which is an association that was established in 2016 and has been a member of CARA since 2017. We were established in accordance or in compliance with the Urban Areas and Cities Act, Section 12. This act was passed in 2011 and came into effect in 2013. I am formerly the CEO of the Kisumu Central Business District Association, which transitioned to the body we are today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to remind you that it is only the city of Kisumu and the city of Mombasa that were established through an act of parliament. And we take a lot of pride in that. And we are the only city in Kenya that has a city board, beating Mombasa and any other city. So by the fact that we were established through an act of parliament gives us a lot of activism in protecting and giving guidance and a marking scheme on how cities should be managed and how cities should be run. And one of the things that we have picked up very seriously is on the issue of security. I will remind you for free that you know the nature of Kisumu City. We have one of the very few unsalaried soldiers whenever there is violence needed anywhere. And we have transformed that over the past few years, and most of you will agree with me, that Kisumu today is one of the safest places that anyone would want to be. And it's courtesy to the efforts of the residents and in collaboration with the public agencies and the national security agencies that we are slowly but surely transforming Kisumu City from what it used to be, the politically polarized community, to now that we are in a broad-based government, and we will give results for that. Allow me also to remind you that last year Kisumu City, under the CARA program, won the Usalama Awards. So we emerged as the most city that is very sensitive to security issues, and the judges within the CARA program made that recognition that Kisumu City remains one of the cities that is steadfast in ensuring that security is enforced. Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to, without taking too much time, I appreciate CARA for this initiative. And as I had mentioned earlier, that being that we are the only Kisumu, being that Kisumu is the only county with a city and a county that has separate structures, because the city is run by the city board, then the county is run by the county government. We welcome you to Kisumu to learn a few things here and there. And also people from other cities can come and copy from us. We welcome Mombasa and Nakuru to also come and copy from us. Now, just a brief history about the city of Kisumu. Kisumu City was established, was earmarked as a port in 1898 by the British explorers. Initially, they had thought of Sio Port in Busia County. But last minute, they changed their minds and said they will make Kisumu City a port. And by 1901, the port had arrived. And Kisumu served as a military HQ in both World War I and World War II. So that makes Kisumu to be a center of security experience. And that is why some of us still remain militarized until today. We passed, there were regulations that were established by the Cabinet Secretary on the establishment of the neighborhood associations, that requires that neighborhood associations to be accredited by the city board. And I want to remind Bwana Chair of CARA that as we speak today, most of our neighborhood associations exist within a legal framework that is not structured within the city board because of this lack of accreditation. It is my plea that moving forward, we can push for the gazettement of these regulations to allow the neighborhood associations to be accredited by the cities so that we can formalize our relationships with the city boards. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for listening to me, and I want to welcome all of you to Kisumu City, all expense paid. Asanteni sana.
I happen to come from Nakuru City, the second newest city in the block, and which happens to be the center of politics in the whole of this country. It has been a battleground for ages, and it still remains like that. And when you talk of insecurity, you cannot mention issues of insecurity without mentioning Nakuru. So because of that, I'll urge all of us to keenly listen to what I'm about to talk about. Nakuru happens to be the center of what we call, you've heard of Confirm. You've heard of Confirm? That is in Nakuru City, where I happen to come from. I'm the chairman of Kiamunyi Residents Association and coordinating Kara welfare in the whole of Nakuru County. So when I'm speaking on behalf of residents of Nakuru. At the onset of COVID, Kara was actively involved in Nakuru. In partnership with UN Habitat, Kara made sure all relevant points, right from the markets to the hospitals, they were able to put up drinking points, which were very, very critical at that given time. And apart from that, in Nakuru City, Kara was actively involved in enacting an act that ensures there is proper waste management in Nakuru. Currently, there's a program we are running with Kara in partnership with the DEPA. DEPA is Danish Environmental Protection Agency. So far, we've done phase 1, we're on phase 2, where we're involved in ensuring residents get waste bins to ensure segregation at household level. Back now to security issues. If all you've been very keen and watching news, just a couple of weeks, there were serious incidents in Nakuru, touching in Ingata area and pipeline areas, where there was systematic robbery that was ongoing. And through the efforts of the residents, in collaboration with the security agencies, they were able to share some critical information that led to the arrest of the culprits. And because of that, the last 2 weeks or so, we've now enjoyed some strange security, which we are all embracing. And our urge is, may the government machineries come in very strongly, not just as bystanders, but to actively participate in the patrols in those given areas. As residents, we do our part. We do engage in policing. We do night patrols. And as residents in Nakuru, those that have been able to put up alarm systems, we've agreed. If one raises an alarm system, it's not basically for that. The entire community should be able to respond to the alarm, so that all of us, we are able to be awake and assist in combating crime in the area. And apart from that, we said we cannot rely on the government only to ensure our roads are clear. We do bush clearing ourselves. We engage the youth. We use even churches and chief barasas to ensure our youth are mentored, our youth get proper advice. And we insist, may we have some police stations well equipped for timely response whenever issues are raised, because that has been a challenge, and it is still a challenge to date, that when an alarm is raised through the police stations, the time they take response is not that quick enough. Not because they didn't want to, but because they are not well equipped. There are no vehicles, and if those vehicles are there, most of the time you realize there's no fuel. So at times they have to use their own vehicles. At times a resident, you've raised an alarm, and you are asked to use your vehicle to go and pick the policeman. You can imagine the situation you are in. You are also putting your own life at risk just to respond to the alarm that had been raised. You are not armed, but you are forced to respond. It's not an issue you are taking lightly. We've tried to share with the necessary machineries at the grassroots, and it's my prayer and belief that what you are doing in Nairobi today here, Bwana CEO Henry, it's my plea that let this be domesticated to the city, to the counties, so that we may have such a lounge where we'll have many residents attending to those occasions and sharing their views, that we may have a common approach in addressing issues touching the normal mwananchi on the grassroots level. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Basi, we want to thank God for this day that God has given to us. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. My name is Pastor Richard Kimuyu. By the grace of God, I'm the Chairman General of Komarok Resident Association. Komarok Resident Association is in Embakasi Central Constituency, which is in Embakasi. And in that area, we have two types of, we are dealing with we have the side that is gated, where I come from, that the gated community, which was built by Kenya Building Society some years back with 11,000 homes. That's where I'm the chairman. Outside that, we have the other area which is not gated, which runs along the Spine Road and all the way to Junction. And therefore, Komarok as a whole is big. So at our place, what we've been doing for the purpose of security is that in the gated area, we ensure that we have got gates which were put, and every gate we have guards who are manning every gate. And now what we are doing now for the purpose of decreasing security, we are moving on to be able now to install CCTV cameras in every one of our courts. And this is helping us a lot, because with CCTV cameras, we have seen the branches where we have the CCTV cameras, we have less inside those guys who come to maybe steal, who come maybe to vandalize cars and all that kind of a thing. That is going down by the reason of the CCTV camera that we have been able to put there. We have been working very well with our national government officials who are there. That is assistant chiefs, the chief, the OCS, the OCPD. These are our main people that we work with to ensure that whenever there are insecurity issues, we reach out to them and they are able to come and we are able to work together with them so that we can be able to deal with some of those things in security. We want to thank God for Karen, because a year ago we had what we call a coffee with a cop in our place, and that meeting which brought together the resident the resident leadership together with the OCPD and all the officers from Kayole and all the police stations around there. We saw when people kind of got that kind of they were sure that wakipeleka information kwa police, the police will not be able to sell them. That's after 1 week or so, we saw some residents reporting some issue there, ambapo kulikuwa na banki worth 6.2 million. Wale report na police were able to come and get it. And for that, we want to really thank God for Kara for having that event in our place. It helped us very much, and we continue to appreciate that. In our area, again, one of the things that we are dealing with there is mambo ya drugs and drugs in that area, because that area, drugs is a big deal there. Actually, most of our insecurity in that place is coming from the drugs because of the many young men who are involved there. We have worked so much as an association. Now we have what we call drugless generation, which is a fully pledged department within the association dealing with mambo ya madawa, where we are able to reach to those boys, talk to them, be able to rehabilitate some of them, and we are seeing this is working very well. But one very important thing that we are looking at here is what is the cause of these boys going to the drugs. And as all we know, we are all Kenyan and we are in this country. We know that the issue of unemployment is a big deal in this country. Therefore, as an association, we are working together with the CBO there to see what is it that we can do to engage these youth, for that they don't go into drugs, they don't come and vandalize our cars, steal some side mirrors, go and sell them so that they can be able to buy their drugs. So as of now, and we have already done a request to the county government, and I'm happy that the national government are here. They are programmed that when we come knocking at your door to assist us to be able to do something for these youth. For example, we have now we have a program which we have started with one of the CBOs, where we are purifying the water and giving the boys, they go selling. At the end of the day, somebody goes home with at least 500. Now, when you are with your 500 shillings, you are not going to start going stealing and doing many other things. And there are so many other programs that we want to come up. But the issue here is that we need to partner with the county government, with the national government, and other partners who can be able to come in and be able to support us. Some of the challenges that we are facing in that area is that even as we do all that which we are doing, we still have some guys within the estate who have got, we still have some guns within the community. This is a very serious issue. About 3 weeks ago, some guys attacked one of our branches and they shot our guard there. And because we don't have regular police patrols there, imagine guy, jamana anapiga risasi somebody and there's no police nearby. Hata kuje kuangalia hiyo bunduki imelia wapi. So we're asking the government, please, in that area, we need police patrols so that at least some of those guys who are using guns against the community, we can have them arrested. Something else that we are requesting the national government to do for us is that we can work together with the national government to get a place where we can be able to put a police base there. Because without that, then insecurity there is going to increase. But I know that working together with the county government and the national government, we can be able to get a place where we can be able to put a police base to increase the patrols in that place. And I believe by so doing, we shall be able to bring down the insecurity in that place. And with that, and for the short time I've been given, I say thank you very much, and may God bless you.
David Luhambi Mwonja, natoka estate ya Chuda, na nimekuwa katika hii timu kwa miaka mingi, na nashukuru kazi ambayo inafanywa na Kara. Kwenda kwa mata yenyewe vile ilivyo, kwanza nashukuru kwa sababu estate nayotoka au Mombasa Sahole as a county, mnaona kila siku hata mchana katika CBD vijana wanatokezea huku, hata ujue wametoka wapi, na wananyakua kila kitu na wanapotea. Lakini fortunately estate yetu, kwa sababu security inaanza na wewe, estate yetu ya Chuda tuliform vijana wanaitwa sungusungu, na hiyo nashukuru kwa sababu hata nguo zinalala nje. So what do I mean? Sisi lazima tushughulike kwanza, maana security inaanza na mimi. Hakuna mtu atakuja kunilinda. But kuja Mombasa, kuna wale tunaita wakali wa kwanza, 40, yani kuna vikundi zaidi ya 7. Vikiamua kuja kama hapa, tutasimama tu na wachukue kila kitu na waende. So mimi nashukuru Kara kwamba hii program, na naomba sote tuelewane kwamba ningeomba hii program yaanzie Mombasa. Maana Mombasa kuko vibaya sana. Vijana utaona akitokezea, kuna wale wa mapanga kila siku mnaona, hakuna wiki inamalizika kwamba watu hawajanyang'anya vitu, kina mama kwa mapanga, kina nani. Sasa ningeomba hii program yaanzie Mombasa, community understand, kwa sababu government haiwezi kuwa kila mahali, na sisi hii program kama tutaishika iendelee, tukichangia kama vile nimwambia, tutakuwa na watu kama Wachuta wamwambia how they manage, si ndio? Tutakuwa tumepika step, tumeenda ahead na itasaidia nchi yetu. Kwa hivyo kwa ufupi ni kwamba nitamalizia hapa kwamba Kara mnafanya kazi nzuri sana, na hamwezi kufanya kazi bila kupatana na serikali. Kwa hivyo basi tunapoendelea ni sisi wenyewe tuchukue majukumu yetu kama community, tukasonge mbele na tutapunguza mambo ya fujo na vijana wetu.